Is it just me, or does it seem like it's almost impossible to make good, reliable, and consistent friends once you get out of your early 20s? I just recently turned 26 like this past week, and I started realizing like there's not too many people in this world that I can say are genuinely my friend. And when I say be my friend, I mean like not just somebody who I can grab a beer with or talk to every blue moon, but like someone who I can call right now and say, bro, where you at? I need your help real quick. Really anybody in my life who I can really say that about at this point in time. So really with this video here, I want to just go over some things that I've noticed, some theories I have, some studies I've seen, and really kind of get a better answer to why I feel like I'm struggling to make as much friends or have consistent relationships that I want in life. I realized that after COVID happened, everybody kind of got into their own shell. And I still feel like people haven't truly gotten out of it. And you could bump into somebody and they literally won't say anything. They're like NPCs. You could literally say hi to somebody and they're looking at you and they won't say anything. They'll keep scrolling on their phone. I'm like, bruh, if you guys look at studies about the growing pain of men's loneliness, you can consistently see how bad it's gotten. Especially we got clips like Fitix Fearless. You start to see how a lot of these guys are living, bro. Like a lot of these guys just don't have the resources, the relationships to, get out of the loneliness. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've kind of fallen into a little bit of a loneliness, not in the traditional sense, like I'm still dating women, but I don't got like a brotherly kind of relationship with nobody where I'm like, that's my fucking brother. Like I know this guy's got my back. I got a lot of friends who I consider acquaintances, dudes I can talk to about shit, but it's not like a brotherhood kind of level where I'm like, let's go here for the weekend. Let's go do this, bro. Let's go watch. Let's go. Nowadays, my friendships mostly consist of like me saying, hey, let's go do this.
And then they'll be like, okay, let's go do this.
The day before the actual event happens, oh bruh, I can't do it, or they go missing. I have way more money now than I did back then, but I can genuinely say that the relationships I had back then as far as my friendships equaled out to what I'm making now and the kind of freedoms I have now. I would say another reason why it's so hard to make friends, especially later on in your life, especially when you're in this age that we're in right now, it's just the fact that most people are not consistent. Like most people are either just one-dimensional or they're not reliable. And I don't want to seem like this, I'm the best guy of all time. Now, I'm just saying it from a perspective of like, I think a lot of times to be a consistent, reliable friend, you can't be selfish. It can't always be about you. I was telling this girl I'm dating, I'm like, a lot of times if you want to have a successful relationship or a successful friendship, you have to be able to sacrifice your own happiness at times. And I don't think that really resonated with her because I don't think she's ever seen that. And I don't think a lot of people have ever seen that. I think a lot of people who grow up nowadays get burnt by someone who's selfish and then they become selfish, which is reasonable. It takes someone who's not selfish to say, you know what? Even though I might not necessarily want to do this at this exact time, I know that other person would benefit from this greatly. I think that that's kind of been what I've been looking for in a friendship, just because of my standards have just improved. Because I know that's the kind of person I am. But at the same time, bro, it's like, man, like nowadays it feels like nobody's really consistent. Like, say for example, you go to the boxing gym and you meet another brother there who's on his shit, right? Most of the time, I feel like maybe I'm being pessimistic. It'll just be a couple things that just don't seem right. Like, let's say, for example, the dude's cool, chill dude, but he just has like, some crazy shit going on. He got baby mamas. He's in jail. He don't got his money right. He's just sitting at home he's just living at home with his parents. It's like, bruh, like I just found that it's hard for me to make friends with just anybody nowadays. Maybe it's because I've become a lot more picky about who I'm friends with because I probably have a little bit of trauma from being burnt in the past. But it feels like, these dudes just are on their shit. Like, let's say you do meet a guy who has some success, right? I remember this one time recently. I went to this social networking event, right? And I'm in there talking to these dudes. Now I'm starting looking around. I'm like, these dudes are kind of lame, bro. Not in the sense of lame, but like they don't got no kind of swagger, but the lame in the sense of their mentality. It's like, y'all don't realize that we're in our 20s, bro. I know we're not supposed to be having the time of our lives necessarily, but I know for sure we should be living in our 20s and enjoying the moment. These dudes talking about, yeah, bro, I'm just in Shitstown, Texas, and I'm just going to work, hoping the boss gives me a raise. I'm just watching porn. They say this literally. I'm just watching porn, just fucking off, just playing video games, wasting my life. No other ambitions. I'm not doing any side hustles. Just going to work, getting a check, talking to my coworkers, going home. I've never been the kind of person to live like that. I think that once you get to that point, in my honesty, you have no other sort of passions, whether it's starting a family, doing whatever, and you're just kind of taking life as it is. I just feel like a lot of that time is just wasted potential that you could have had doing something that's more productive than just being, by yourself. And I just realized that the majority of people in America are living that kind of average life. They come home, they go to work, they come home, watch TV, go to sleep, do the same thing for 5 days, get the weekend off, go grocery shopping, go watch a sports game, go to bed, do the same thing for 30 years. How come I feel like in my mid-20s, I'm struggling to meet people with the same mentality as me of like, yeah, let's go maximize the time we have. Like, let's go try out different things. Let's go to try out different gyms. Let's go this place, man. Let's just go take a road trip down. I feel like it's so rare for people to have that same mentality as me, and I don't know why. It's not like I'm a fucking alien, or maybe I am. And the last major thing I think is that a lot of people nowadays are so concerned about what people think about them. They're so concerned about what people think about them if they lose, they fail, if things don't work out necessarily the way they want. They want to be accepted by certain types of people just to feel like they're validated as of who they are. And I just see this consistently throughout people I meet. Like, I see people trying to fit into a box that someone has made up for them already. And I've never been that kind of person. I'm someone who's always consistently reinventing myself. One day I'll be the fucking, the best salesperson at my job. Next day you might see me go try out for the Olympics. I've always been the kind of person to say, fuck, the sky's the limit, I think that nowadays it's just so many opportunities are present in front of us to enjoy life, especially if you're in America. There's so many different ways you can enjoy life, get built, make your money, bro. Why be content in such a fixed structure on how you're going to live and how you're going to, grow? And I feel like a lot of times people just want to look good for others so that way they can feel accepted and feel like they have value to their lives. Like, I'm not going to say names, but I have this one friend who's sort of like this, and I'm starting to see it. Like, this dude cares way too much about what people might think of him if he does something. Like, I'll take an example. So consistently we talk about, different types of, because sometimes we have a little bit of guy talk. We're talking about women, right? And I'll be like, bro, I said, a Latino would love you, bro. He'd be like, I'm just too dark. They don't like me. I'm like, who told you that? I don't play by the rules like a lot of these dudes do. And I feel like if you really let people control the way you perceive yourself and what you should do for yourself and who you should date and who you should do, you might as well just say, fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead here and do what I got to do. I don't live by that. And I think that I've seen that a lot. Like, guys just consistently trying to fit in with their whatever box they've been put into, whether it's them being black. So they feel like, oh, if I'm black, I got to do this. I got to dress like this. I got to talk like this. I got to hang up with this kind of person. I'm like, bro, yes, I'm black. Yes, I'm a man. Yes, I'm this, and that. But at the end of the day, what separates me from the rest of these dudes is what I believe in my heart. Like, I'm never going to stop myself from enjoying a certain type of lifestyle that's conductive with who I am and righteous with who I am in order to make someone else happy, or in order for people to feel like, oh, this he's a man. He's a real brother. Like, that shit's just lame to me. Like, I never let somebody just make me feel like if I don't do things a certain way, I'm not who I think I am. I feel like a lot of people nowadays have just kind of just left their character at the door, bro. And so I'm meeting new people and I'm feeling like consistently like, y'all don't got no kind of edge, no kind of character. Y'all still struggling to talk to women in 2026, bro. 2025. It'll be 2026 soon enough, and still won't be able to. I'm like, who gives a fuck, bro? Just live. And maybe that's finally the reason why it's so hard to make friends. Like, not only are social skills cooked, not only are people consistently focused on the wrong things and just doing the wrong things and making bad mistakes, but on top of that, maybe it's just the fact that, and maybe honestly the big thing is that a lot of people who are actually friendship material are trying so hard to fit in that they're stopping themselves from living. And I can never be friends with people like that. And so I hope that kind of gives you guys some clarification that you're not the only person that's like this. I hope you guys realize that this is happening across the board. There's many people who are talking about this. A lot of guys feel the same way as about me. A lot of guys feel the same way about it as I do. And don't give up. I mean, I feel like we're all gonna make good friends. I think this platform is a great way for meet people. I'm hoping that this platform eventually will become a way for me to meet new people who are on the same wavelength as me, whether it's subscribers, other YouTubers. We'll see what the future holds. I love y'all boys. I got a new place if y'all can see. I'm definitely dropping bangers all 2025. I really want to make this shit my year, but I'm done talking, you know? I have to just do it. I love y'all. This is the Black Ace. Peace.